think, though, that they're still running hard, Blackburn, which is still a good sign. It's just that I still worry the fact that Max King still looms large for me, and I said this at the start, he could be the match winner because they just don't have a match-up for him, regardless of where he's playing. And he's going to do more damage at full forward, I reckon, Brett, than he is in the ruck. Well, he's got 3 goals, hasn't he, so far? So he can't be in both places, but obviously he'll spend time in the ruck and then go forward. But I mean, basically what you guys said about the midfield, I mean, it's been South Croydon have really come back in the midfield. Dano King's got back into the game. Mellinson's gone well. So, Blackburn just need to get themselves reasserted in the midfield and just do what they were doing in that first quarter, I guess.
So don't forget also, guys, the Monday Recovery podcast. It drops tomorrow, as I've been reminded by Matty Fodia. Recapping all of this weekend, sans today's game, of course, because it was done on a Monday and no one wants to get up on a Tuesday morning. But make sure you tune in for that. It should drop tomorrow morning, and also the weekend forecast dropping every Friday before the weekend. Fixtures across the Eastern Football Netball League. Are we still holding to our predictions, or are we going to asterisk and change the... No. Some swinging voters here?
I'm still on South Croydon.
Okay, we're still on the South Croydon train, all right? No,
I don't do swing votes.
I nearly changed.
Okay, to bring us in, Brett Bested.
All right, so third quarter underway, and the margin currently at 9 points as the ball goes into the tight stuff. Wrapped up nicely in there, but they managed to free it, South Croydon, and they've got the possession over there. It'll kick down the line. They need to get Blackburn need to strike early, you would think, in this quarter as they get the possession of the ball, but it's all a bit untidy, and they need to just get a kick, and a shot at goal here from Layla, and how's it? It's not going to have the distance, but it's been marked. That's the big guy Garner, I think he's got under that, the Clayton Oliver lookalike. Just wait till he gets up. Yes, it is. It's big Garner. So Layla's kick was a bit of a Hail Mary, but Garner just stood underneath it and suddenly had the ball in his hands, and Blackburn could be about to get the perfect start. Well, it was certainly a kick by Nick Gray that was going to bring rain. So it's gone through, so that's a perfect start for Blackburn. They needed to strike early, and they have done with the first goal, and we're back to just a 3-point game. They're back within a kick.
Max King has started forward for South Croydon here, which is interesting considering the Blackburn were able to win that clearance there. So see what happens regarding him if he gets moved back onto the ruck if Blackburn win another clearance.
I was going to say that kick, Oglethorpe looking like he was coming out at full back for the All Blacks there, trying to take that one out of mid-air, but we're just approaching 2 minutes played here in quarter number 3, 7-2-44, 7-5-47, 3 points the margin. As into the ruck we go. Here comes the ball up. Charlton doing the rucking for South Croydon. Kicked up there, picked up by Jones. His left foot kick goes out towards the half-forward line. Beats all comers, swatted out of the air. Dano King couldn't get a hand on it. Taken there by Gray, just taken over the boundary line, but it manages to stay the right side of the white line. Here's the kick, and that's gone over the fence. And we will have out of bounds on the full. Free kick going the way of South Croydon. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast wherever you're listening. YouTube, Facebook, and on the SEN app. And here comes the kick down the line. Couldn't see who the target was there. Looks like it was Charlton. And he's taken the ball just inside the boundary in front of the South Croydon interchange. Goes in short. Right kick. Oh, it was a poor one. It bounced almost into the clutches there of Bajea. Out the hand now here to Ruff's head. He kicks it in towards the centre of the ground where an uncontested Bathy waits and looks for options upfield. Plays on. Puts it onto the right boot. Streaking forward there. All over the top there, I think, was Lawler. He collided with another player. Trying to grab it there was Garner, the goal kicker from a second ago. Ruff's edge, rough kick. Taken well on the bounce there by Oglethorpe. Snaps around the body, and he's just the minor score. Would have been the goal of the day, but not to be. That behind of the day will carry over from Saturday. 7-3-45 Blackburn. They trail South Croydon at 7-5-47. 2 points the margin, 3 minutes gone. So plenty of action to start this third quarter. It has been a good game out here today. Sun beating down. Conditions are good. And nothing to complain about as South Croydon bring it out. They kick long, kick out towards centre wing. Up they fly for it. Goes through the hands. And just batted forward. Owen's got it at the moment. It's probably going to beat everyone over the boundary line. No, picked up in the end over there just by Pell. Pell wheels around and slams it onto the boot. Goes down the line towards the dugout over there. Mark taken over there, and in fact it's been players diving in from everywhere. I think it might be Gray on the bottom of that. Gray, or in fact the umpire says we'll ball it up.
So margin just the 2 points at the moment in favour of South Croydon. Up it goes. One by Max King out of the ruck. Ball on the ground. Dives on there by a Blackburn player at the bottom of that. Now it comes out into the middle of the ground. Trying to get hands on it, I think, is Garner there. He just decides to slap it forward. And here's a huge opportunity now as they go inside 50. Blackburn, it's a one-on-one. Trying to get hands on it there was Day. Couldn't quite do so, but he's in there fighting, trying to get a second chance. Now it's fallen for Laylaw. Laylaw trying to get onto the right, but he snaps it through. Laylaw, great work by Day. Let's give him the credit for that one. He won the ball in the first instance. And as it came out, Laylaw checked from left onto his right foot, puts it through, and Blackburn are in front.
Great stuff there by Michael Dunn to be able to cause a spoil there in the centre of the ground. Cooper has that certain goal, so get the spoil, hits the ball on the deck, then Blackburn's able to repel that into a goal.
Amazing though, when you look at way both sides, especially on the turnover this afternoon, how both sides forward line have been pushed up and also out of position as well, Max.
Yeah, exactly right. I think it's just the pressure and the footy at the moment. Everyone's when they have the ball, they're under pressure. It's forces kicks down the line and turnover ball.
Rucks go at it. Dove got that one out over Charlton, but the ball's going nowhere except back into the hands of the umpire as we have a pylon, and we'll get a ball up with Nick Gray on the bottom of that. 2 goals this afternoon. Here comes the ball up again. Give that one there to Charlton, but it's going the way here of Blackburn. Good solid contact there in the middle. The hand pass comes out over the top. That was just too high there for Matty Burt. Switched onto the left, put onto the right there now, and that's a high up and under that's just going back with a flight bravely. There was Roughedge, couldn't take it cleanly. It spills out to the centre of the ground, still South Croydon, but it ends up there in the clutches of Chris Zartzis. His kick in towards the forward line here for the Burners, goes over the top. Shink did well to get that one out, and away comes Evans. He gets collected as he kicks out towards the centre of the ground, but it's all Blackburn as they streak forward now onto the right boot. All players on the left-hand side. There's Reid. His short chip pass. Well, it wasn't to the required distance there, said the umpire, but it comes back to Reid. Swings around, bombs it onto the right boot in towards a congested goal square. Pops back over the top and swatted right back out there by Klepp. High up and under. Getting the fist on it there is Bathy. Walker tried to grab that one in for the Bulldogs. He lays a pretty strong tackle, hugging the boundary line, and the shot there from Hart, but it's going to come back. He's bombed it through regardless, and I think this is going to be paid advantage. It is. What a goal there from Hart. Absolutely no angle. Had to get the protractor out. And Blackburn, well, they extend their lead. 9-3-57 to South Croydon 7-5-47. Man, that was a beautiful kick there from Hart. And Blackburn coming out of the gates in this third quarter.
Well, they deserve to get that because there was a 5-on-1 contest there, and they had control of that play there, and they managed to keep the ball there on their terms.
So this game following the pattern of the first couple of quarters, with South Croydon getting the better of the first, Blackburn, and then South Croydon coming back. And now it's Blackburn again who have got on top at the start of this third quarter as they get the ball forward. Long kick inside 50. Can someone get on the end of it? It's on the ground trying to get it. There was Dunn. Ball comes out and it's going to go through for a behind. So it just chisels into that margin a wee bit. One more to the score. We've had some 7 minutes played in this third quarter, and it's 57 playing 48, so 9-point margin. Still very much a case of who is going to take this game by the scruff of the neck as Blackburn bring it back into play. Kick goes out wide and flying high, and a great mark taken there by Bathy, who just came over the top. I think Evans was waiting for it. He thought it was his, but Bathy came over the top and said, "Get out of my way. It's going to be mine." And he stumps it forward now, trying to find a target. Only targets back there, though, with South Croydon players. Not a great kick, but in fact, it's going to be a free kick anyway, going the way of South Croydon, and they'll have a chance to rebound off halfback.
So Charlton's kick taken there with the clutches by Cooper. He's about 60 from home, puts it onto the right. The intended target is King, couldn't take it, went through the mitts. Picked up now at the back here by Dunn. He swings this one across, and Conker's going to clear here for the Burners. Puts it onto the right boot. Is it going to stay in the required field of play? It is not, sir, and it's going to be out of bounds on the full, and a free kick here to the Bulldogs. They play on quickly. Here's Dano King. His kick onto the right boot. Oh, he splits the sticks. What a response there from South Croydon. And they've got 6 on the board from that one, and they close the distance. It's Blackburn, 9-3-57, 8-6-54 South Croydon. First of the afternoon there for Dano King.
You almost think, Max, the way that this game's turned out could turn out to a bit of a shootout here.
Yeah, well, I think predominantly these two teams have been at a couple of shootouts, so I think Blackburn need to be better there, with Mallison being a left footer on the left pocket there to a right footer King. Just need to be more, get onto that quicker, switch on quicker.
So I'm going to put that down as a contender for the Tobin Brothers goal of the day as well.
Let's go down to Matty quickly, sorry.
Yeah, guys, Matt Day's just come off and he's having a bit of work done on around about his elbow, so might have been in that one-on-one a couple of minutes ago, but yeah, we'll keep you updated.
So what a game this is turning into. 3-point margin as Dove takes it out of the middle, gets it forward. Trying to get hands on it there was Blackburn. Can't do so though as the ball comes back in the middle of the ground. That might have been a high tackle. It certainly was. And that'll be a free kick. Advantage played though. And it goes out to Bathy who takes the mark. Are we going to play on? Yes, we are. So Ryan Bathy will go back.
Kyle Dove here in the ruck, just showing his ascendancy, getting on top there. Another clearance to him, so it just shows without Max King in the ruck, the doggies just struggle to get the ball out of there.
Yeah, fair call, Max. We talked about that before. He can't be in two places at once. He can't be forward and in the ruck. So it's kind of robbing Peter to pay Paul as Bathy lines them up as to extend Blackburn's lead. And it'll be a big kick if he gets it. Here it's on its way. Looks all right. No, it's just going to... No, he's got it. I thought the umpire was moving to his left. Our right as we look at the screen, but it's gone through, and Ryan Bathy gets his first of the day. And that just takes it out to a handy little lead. Now it's out to a 9-point lead. It's 10-3-63, playing 8-6-54 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. And we're coming up to the 10-minute mark of the third quarter.
4-1 in the opening 10 minutes here for Blackburn. Really good response from them after half-time. I think, though, that another guy I reckon that has proved really lively is Jack Ruffshead in that forward line. He may not have taken marks, but he's always created a contest.
So King back into the ruck for South Croydon. Looked to go by hands there. It's popped out just a short distance. Conker couldn't take it cleanly. South Croydon can. Here's Dano King running in straight in front. Puts it onto the right. It goes just... It's straight through the middle. What a response. Goal for goal. Defence optional here in the first 10 minutes from South Croydon and Blackburn. Dano King's kicked the last two here for South Croydon, and both of them in the third quarter. His only 2 goals for the game. 9-6-60 South Croydon. Blackburn 10-3-63.
Again, Max King goes back into the ruck, shows what he can do, straight away goal. So those clearances are absolutely vital, and they will be vital for the rest of the game.
They need to clone him, maybe.
I think if you can clone a few of them, it would be nice, wouldn't it?
Not sure if it's legal yet. Give it a couple of years.
I can always twist the rules. Up it goes in the middle, up they fly. And it was King, that man that we were talking about. He gets the tap out. Nice clearance to, I think it's Matty Jones, who gets it onto the right foot, sends it forward. It's fallen for South Croydon. They work it inside. Here's a shot from Mallinson. How's it looking? Looks to be off target. And it is through for a minor score. So South Croydon suddenly, with Max King winning the ball out of the middle, and it goes through for a minor score. So it's a 2-point game at the moment, 10-3-63. Blackburn in front, leading 9-7-61. Now it's going to be Hubber, to bring it out from the back. Kick goes right out towards the wing. Up they fly. Nice mark there taken by Garner. He's been good today.
He's taken a few really good contested marks so far.
Has indeed, and he's kicked 3 goals to boot as well, excuse the pun, as he gets a little short kick in there and it's been smothered, so we give him all that praise and then he makes a mistake, but it's worked out okay. Now they get it down the line, and that might be out on the full, is it?
You're right early in the corner, Max, when you said that Bazaglo was going to have to make that move to bring King back into the ruck. He probably did it just at the right time, because I think if Blackburn had got another goal, that just would have made it that little bit harder.
Yeah, correct.
Dano King onto the right boot. He's really come into the game strongly in the last few minutes as the ball comes back outside 50 just for the moment. Whereas that's been nicely picked up there by Garner, I think, over there. Now it's inside. Gray, Conker it was. He couldn't get his hands on it. As they go inside, trying to go get clear. It's nice work there by Conker. He's spinning around, trying to get a handball away. He does in the end, but he's just given it to a man under pressure, and that was Conker. Would have did him absolutely no favours whatsoever. And in the end, South Croydon, superb pressure, really forcing in fact, they've got a free kick out of it, Blackburn. So a bit lucky, but good pressure by South Croydon.
Actually, both sides are throwing everything at it here at the moment.
So in comes the kick in towards centre wing. Target there was Murphy, spoiled from behind. The Dogs have the footy. They had it momentarily anyway, and it goes straight to ground, and umpire says, free kick in the back.
That was a bit soft, I thought.
Yeah, sloppy there from Hubber as well.
So quick hands there by Kelly. In comes for the forward line. Intended target there was Sheridan.
Gutsy mark.
Yeah, great mark going back with the flight there, I think was Conker. Sorry, that was Dunn. And his kick now out and towards just in front of the interchange and
boundary.
Beaten all comers. And speaking of boundary side, let's go to Matt Fodia.
Yeah, Brash point up on the fact the pressure's gone up from both sides, but I think someone needs to just take a chill pill from either side here. It's pretty frantic and they're going to run out of gas, and that's what their turnovers and goals are coming from.
Gee, I thought he was going to say the commentary team need to take a chill pill.
Just you, Brash. He kept picking this one up off the board there is done. He tries to soccer this one through, and that goes over the boundary line. If Gav was here, I'd say he need to take the whole packet.
Oh, that's harsh.
No, it's not harsh. Very lively individual.
He is. Great commentator, Mr. Gavin Casey, of course, called on Saturday.
So here comes the boundary throw. Dove. Taken to grab. Great tackle there by Rough's Edge, but then Gray got the footy. It's picked up now and towards the half-forward line. Great shake and bake there coming from Conker of the Reese variety. The Pole goes running into a solid tackle of his own, though. There was Patterson, and this one going back to the clutches of the umpire, and we'll have a ball up. It was all one-way traffic. Gav beaten up on me on Saturday, so he's not here, so I'll get the cheapies in.
Oh, that's hard.
So here's the soccer kick now. Reed tries to burst through the pack. Pope, but over the top. Well taken there off the draw by Burt. Tried to burst through the pack. Couldn't get clean purchase on the footy. In comes several Blackburn players, and then over the top there was Mallison, and we'll have a ball up. Nearly 15 minutes gone. 2 points the margin. Blackburn in front.
No place for the faint-hearted out there at the moment.
No, wouldn't want it to be on the bottom of that.
Almost copped it, he. Life guys there.
So Dove gets the head out for Blackburn, and they get it for Whistle's gone though, and we'll come back for something.
I thought you'd subbed on for Max King there anyway, Matty.
No.
Come on, guys.
I'll wait till he goes forward, then I'm on.
I'm never going to live that down. Oh dear. You make one mistake and you never forgive it. Is it? Blackburn get it forward, trying to get on the end of this. Up they fly, but there's plenty of South Croydon defenders there. Goes right over the back. Trying to get back there was Kelly. Did pretty well, but the whistle's gone. And what have we got here?
Great tackle by Lawler there.
Free kick to Blackburn. All right, holding the ball. Looked a little bit harsh. Might have been a throw, says Bruce, as Blackburn go inside 50. Bruce Prest looking for the umpiring fraternity next year, no doubt. So here's a nice little kick into the middle of the ground. Nice mark taken there. And South Croydon to bring it out. They've got plenty of space on this side. Bit of a juggle there from Williams. Haven't called his name too much today. Handball out wide, but it's not a good one. Beautiful twist on the turn there. And it's a Hart of the Samuel variety who gets the kick forward. Trying to get hands on it over there was, of course, the big fella number 19, Oglethorpe, who's been pretty good today.
Really good work from Michael Dunn there to come up, leave his man, come up, impact the stoppage there. Blackburn get the ball and able to hit it forward there.
He's been very good on this quarter, Dunn. He's had a really come into the game nicely.
Both Pell and Michael Dunn have been excellent on Wilson and Charlton, I think it is.
Very fortunate to have Max Otten on special comments today, of course, the former Blackburn man, and these days Templestowe.
Oh, smother.
Oh, that's a great smother as the ball bounces out to Bathy. Bathy gets a little handball off, and that's go. He's going to get it back, Bathy, but I'm not sure who that's to because he's kicked it out of bounds. And it was good pressure across there by South Croydon, and Bathy found himself probably getting the second one, which he didn't really want and had nothing to do but just really kick it out. So, bit of a wasted play.
I think that came off Sammy Hart's noggin there from Ryan Bathy. But anyway, here's the throw in. 2 points the margin. Rucks go at it. King gets the fist on it into open territory. Players converge on it. Reed gets run into the ground there by Walker. The footy comes out now high up and under, players converging. Oh, what a mark! Did see who that was over the top. That looked like Tommy Schenk with an absolute screamer. And, well, I think he ended up on his head at one stage, but we'll have to go back and have a look at that replay. Anyway, here's the kick up towards Centre King. Dano King, the intended target, too tall for him, I should say. It's picked up by the Burners drop. That's going to be, we've got a player down. Is that Dano King down at centre? As the play continues back the other way, and a mark taken here by Wilson for South Croydon. Trainers attending there to Dano King. Well, Matty will keep an eye on that, I'm sure. Well,
that was a solid contest, though, fair.
Oh, looks like he's up and
he's
moving.
fine.
Yeah.
He's made of tough
stuff.
Tough Dano King.
Well, Wilson fancies his chances from this distance. He'll kick from 45. Had 4 last week.
Yeah, I'll say 55.
In it comes. Here's the kick. Players packing the top of the goal square, about 5 metres short. It's taken off the draw there by Sartzis. Got a great handball out there to Bujaya. His kick is in short, and mark taken there by Bartlett, just losing his edge and just urging his charges to slow things down. Goes by right foot to Rough's Edge. And he takes a mark about 15 metres from where the kick came from. He goes down hard down the boundary line, and is it going to stay the right side? No, it's not. And free kick coming here to Tommy Schink. And we've got a bit of discussion behind the play, but the kick is going to come. Yeah, 18 as we approach time on. 10-3, 63, 9-7, 61 here on EFNL Game Day on this Anzac Day. So South Croydon. Now we've got 25, bit of descent.
Moving on the mark.
Moving over the mark. Okay, advantage played. Here's the kick now in towards the forward line. Not paid. Or was it? Yes, it was. Going quickly by hand. Here's Max King looking for his fourth.
Oh, he's missed it.
Sure,
and he's put it wide. Well, just put the Moz on him there as he went for goal number 4. And that just brings the margin to 1 point. 9-8-62 South Croydon. Trail Blackburn 10-3, 63.
Well, he really had no right to claim that mark then.
Yeah.
And so getting really tight out here at Blackburn as Hart takes the ball. That's Sam Hart, of course, brother also on this side.
Well, that's sloppy.
Yeah, that's poor play, and the ball goes out of bounds over there on the far side. So we've played 19 minutes of this third quarter, and we're still none the wiser. Blackburn 10-3, 63, and South Croydon 9-8, 62. Which way are you going? It's going to be a tight one out here. What price the draw, Brush? Here's the ball going in, knocked away by Garner as it's hurried forward. Trying to get on the end of it was Laylor, but it got past him. He's still over there, and in fact, in the end, he does actually get it. Laylor snaps onto the right foot, gets it down. That's a great mark taken over there too. And it's Brooks who's taken the mark as we go boundary side with Matt Fodia.
Yeah, just want to give Paddy Laylor a shout out. Last week, first game as captain of the club, probably wasn't his best game, but today's been fantastic. Forward pressure, and then also when he's got the foot, he's made the most of it. What's he got? 1 goal and about to set up his second.
Yeah, absolutely fair comment. He's had a terrific day today. So a big kick this for Brooks, right on the stroke of, well, probably a few minutes to go before three-quarter time. But this will put Blackburn, if he gets it, out beyond the 1 goal. On his way, nice, slow, deliberate approach. Gets it under the right boot. How do they like it behind the goal? No, he's pulled it. Umpire was moving pretty early, and it's gone through for a minor score. So 10-4, 64. Plays 9-8, 62. And we're just over the 20-minute mark. Into time on now at the end of this third quarter.
Yeah, I reckon that was a gettable goal there that went begging.
No question, yep. Should have kicked that one.
So South Croydon to bring the footy in as we're about a minute into time on. Here comes the kick out towards the wing area. Almost took it with one hand there, did Max King. It hits the deck. Doing the roving there for Blackburn was Gray. He puts it onto a high up and under. Going back with it, Bathy with a great mark, hugging the boundary line. And he's looking to centre the footy. Puts a right foot kick across the face. It's got some clean purchase over the top. Couldn't take the mark there. Gets out on match solidly. Great tackle. I think that was Oglethorpe.
Too high there.
And the umpire says that was too high.
Bathy's got himself more involved in this third quarter, and it's allowed Blackburn to be able to hit him up the half-forward line and pump it deep into their forward 50.
So South Croydon trying to measure this kick out. It's taken by Danny Cooper. And surveying the scene upfield, not much on offer. We've got Jordan Williams calling for it, but he decides to go in short the other way. And into the hands of Braden Kilpatrick. He switches the play out wide. And players streaming forward now here for the Bulldogs. A quick one. Oh, that was well read. Beautifully chopped off there by Conker. Goes up by hand over here to Lawler. He's kicking towards the centre of the ground. And took one, did Gray. Took the mark and then took one up high. And he's going to win himself a free kick.
He's actually played very well this afternoon, Nick Gray. He's really worked hard as a half forward, Max, to keep that ball in that forward 50.
Yeah, I agree. He's very, very good below his knees, so his ability to pick up those ground balls, and then on the scoreboard, I think he's kicked 2 goals, going for his third here.
Yep.
As a mid, you want to be able to put, get goals on the scoreboard there.
So 2 points the margin to Blackburn. 22.5 gone here in quarter number 3. In comes Gray, puts it onto the right. It's got the carry. Has it got the accuracy? No, it does not. Just the minor score. That's his first minor score of the evening. He's looking for 3. And that just moves the margin back to 3 points. Blackburn 10-5, 65. Leads South Croydon 9-8, 62 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Probably a couple of gilt-edge opportunities gone begging there here for Blackburn.
Certainly has. Got to take your chances when they're there. Mind you, they haven't been as wasteful as South Croydon, in fairness, as the ball goes out from the restart. On the ground it is. Margin currently is 3 points.
Tackle.
We're 22 minutes into the third quarter.
South Croydon down.
So we'll just keep an eye on that one. It was Wilson over there. Hasn't seen too much of him today. Goes inside 50, trying to find it, and he does find a target. It's Kilpatrick. Good work by South Croydon. So 1 minute they're on. South Croydon 1 minute they're on defence, and they swing on to attack. And this kick to put them in front in the throes of 3/4 time.
Wilson's been well held this afternoon so far. He hasn't had much influence on the game, but he managed to do something very nice there.
Yeah, just those little moments. So even if you're not having a big game, you can still impact with some key moments, as he did there. So this is Kilpatrick. This to put South Croydon in front in the 23.5 minutes played in this last quarter. It's on its way. It's there, I think. Yep, he's got it. Umpire does not move. Straight over the hat. And Kilpatrick with a nice kick. That is his first goal of the day. And what a time to get it. He puts South Croydon back in front. This really is turning into a cracking game. 10-8-68 plays 10-5-65 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, and we've reached 24 minutes in this third term.
So, first of the day for Kilpatrick, first of the season as well. Let's go down to Matty Fodia.
Yeah, so regarding Dano King, he's still on the bench. They look like they were just checking his concussion, but he's fine. He's already barking orders at Buzz to make some moves. In the case of Geordie Williams, it looks like it's just the ribs the way he hit the deck. So he come off, sucking him in the words of the great Ray Baird, I think he's just winded.
Just but a scratch, taken off the draw now here by Walker. Kicks in towards the forward line. South Croydon right back on the attack. Swinging around there is Sheridan onto the left, and he's kicked it.
That's a good goal there. 2
forays into the attacking 50. 2 goals for South Croydon in as many minutes. It's 11-8-74. Blackburn 10-5-65. And, this one starting maybe to get away from Blackburn, but still got a quarter and a bit to go. Gentlemen, a great quarter of footy so far.
Started with Max King again in the ruck there, cleared the stoppage. Geordie Walker was able to get onto it, get it in quickly, which if you get the ball in quickly, the forwards just lick their lips and puts the Blackburn's backs under pressure.
So definitely another contender for the Tobin Brothers goal of the day. I reckon that's...
We've got about 26 of them.
I was going to say there's been a few today. I don't want to be the judge for that one today. I think we'll leave it to media manager Matt Fodia. As South get it forward, but there's a whistle.
That's what happens. It wasn't a good kick, but Mallinson Mallinson was in the right position. He was in front, and he's now shooting for goal here.
So Mallinson it was. This would be a huge kick if he gets this. They will be very flat, Blackburn, going into 3/4 time. He's kicking from about 50, so it's not an easy kick. A long one. Let's see.
He's a left footer, mate. He'll get it.
He gets it onto the left foot, runs a little bit around. He struck it.
He's got it.
He's got it. It's what a kick. Mallinson. Unbelievable. I wouldn't have given him too much chance, but he's nailed it. Beautiful kick. And what a time to get that. That makes the margin 15 points. South Croydon, 12-8-80. 10-5-65.
Brash.
Well, Matt Jones there in the stoppage is able to get on the move, tap around the back there, and Matt Jones on the move is very, very good sight to see. So Blackburn need to put some intention in him, put an arm across him, don't allow him to get that free space.
Never doubt the left footer, mate.
Brash. You love it, Brash.
I love it. Of course I do. So now, gents, how crucial are those 2 misses by Blackburn?
Yeah, exactly.
That's really going to hurt them here. It's hurt them here.
Yep.
So the Rucks go at it again. King with a tap, and now here comes South Croydon again, putting it onto the left. It's not going to go the distance. It's a 2-on-2 battle down there. Couldn't take it. Could Sheridan off the draw. Looking in for the tackle goes Patterson, and well, that was very nearly 3 in a row. And could have been good night for the Burners going into the 4th quarter, but still plenty of time. 15 points the margin. Probably, I'd say, at least 30 seconds or a minute remaining in this quarter. Sheridan with the tap, but it goes straight into Blackburn hands. Those hands belonging to Kieran Hubber, and those hands taking the mark behind the fence of a Blackburn fan. And we're going to have a free kick here going to South Croydon, hugging the boundary line. Just can't see who's... Matt Jones. Thanks very much. And he will... Well, I think he's going to fancy himself and have a crack, or at least get it to the top of the goal square.
He'll look to play on here, I reckon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, he's going to go the ping. Here it goes. As he split it. Oh, are you kidding me?
God.
Oh, there's another contender for the Tobin Brothers goal of the day.
Can we lower the quality of the goals, because this is becoming too hard for us to pick? But in terms of South Croydon, they don't care. They're winning the footy game. 13-8-86. They lead Blackburn 10-5-65. 3 goals on the trot. And Blackburn, well, they got some soul searching to do coming into the 4th quarter, Brash.
All right, guys. I've got 7 goals of the day and 5 marks of the day that we've got to adjudicate.
You've missed about 3 goals there, Brash. I've written them down. I'm at 10.
Good luck.
Can we split the prize?
Run it back.
I need that. Gus McLeod's here. He's old man's Tobin Brothers, isn't he? He can give us a few more vouchers.
So back into the middle as the ball is won by Garner. This game has really been an absolute cracker this afternoon, very befitting of the occasion, of course. The big Anzac Day clash out here. Ball on the ground, and the umpire blows the whistle. We've had, must be getting close to the end of the quarter. 28 minutes, although we have had a lot of goals as we go boundary side with Matt Fodio.
Just while we're off on awards, player of the day is going to be, I would have said a hard one to pick, but the last 5 minutes, Max King's elevated himself above the rest, gone in the middle and given them 3, silver platter centre clearances that have led to goals, and that's the difference at the moment. Well,
we talked about him, didn't we, about being in 2 places at once. We've mentioned that a few times today, so that's how valuable he is. As the ball is one out of the ruck, knocked down, and I don't think they'll get it, but they do get it clear. A nice kick by Gray, gets it forward. Laidlaw's chasing it. He's been one of the better players too, talking about players of the day. But it beats everybody across the boundary line.
Well, it was going to be a fine line between pleasure and pain there for Marcus Pizzaglo, because he had to make the choice to bring King into the ruck. Blackburn were 4 goals to 1 up. He's pulled the right rein here, and all of a sudden they've not looked back since Max King's gone into the ruck.
So late opportunity here for Reid. Reid puts it onto the boot. It's the long kick forward, up they fly, it goes right over the back, and is it still in over there? It is. Trying to get it away there was Gray. Ball spills loose, diving it on there. It might have been Cass under there, possible to see. As we go boundary side with Matt Fodio.
Yeah, and just another thing as well, Blackburn in the first quarter were really impressed with their hit up. Blokes were leading at the footy and they were lowering their eyes. Lately, they just seem to be bombing long, which is exactly what South Croydon want.
So a little bit of a messy period of play here, but the intensity's really gone up. So no one wanting to give an inch at the moment as the ball is on the ground again. Cries over there for a free kick of some description, but nothing given. And the umpire will ball it up again. So we're 29, very nearly 30 minutes played. Can't be too much longer to go. Ball knocked out. And cries of holding the ball. Might have had a case there as Kilpatrick lost control. And we'll have about our 900th ball up in about the last 3 minutes.
So pretty long quarter. I didn't expect it to go to 30.
Well, it's 4 goals to Blackburn, 6 to South Croydon, and a bit of time on, yeah.
Rough's edge. Tries to get the centre clearance away. Jones did in the end, but only about 10 metres. It's in Blackburn hands now. They pump it right back in, but it's going to go higher than it is further and probably over the fence, and it does. And free kick going the way of South Croydon for out of bounds on the full. So 19 points to margin. Short kick finds Evans. And quite content to just chew up what remains on the clock going into 3/4 time. Puts it onto the left boot, swings it out wide, hugging the boundary line. Players fly. Couldn't drag that in there could Sheridan. As players converge on a loose footy on the deck, it's popped out there eventually by Cox, and it goes over the boundary line for a boundary throw in 31 minutes played. Longest term of footy so far this game by quite some time. 26, I think, was... second quarter. Here comes the boundary throw. King to Jewell there with Garner. One of the best players on the ground for Blackburn. Rough's edge bursts through the pack, puts a high up and under onto the right boot. Sitting under it there was Oglethorpe. Couldn't take the mark. It goes through a pack of players, but it's not going to go out of the pack of players. It's going to go straight back to the umpire for a ball up.
Makes the Blackburn forwards just finding it hard to take clean grabs, aren't they, at the moment?
Yeah, the ball coming in is not really well, so South Croydon's pressure around the ball has really eliminated Blackburn kicking it smoothly to the 450.
So it's picked up now right off the draw now. Here by Kilpatrick, burst forward, kicking towards the direction there. I think that was Wilson, not paid the mark on it controversially, and it play on back the other way. Here comes Blackburn. Intended target there was Oglethorpe, but going back with the flight there, I think that was Brooks, and we got a free kick coming back. I'm not sure what that was for.
I actually don't think Wilson really did have that much control of it.
Okay.
It almost like he'd spent it before he had it.
Yeah. You just seen the umpire stop the play when Blackburn had the run of the ball.
Exactly, yeah. Spewing. Brooks to take, Day to take the free kick on the far side wing. Now, he's got to go long because it can't be more than I've been saying this about 20 times, and every time I've been proven wrong on the score.
Longest 30 seconds in the history.
Yeah, exactly. It is.
It's a big kick, Matty Day. I reckon he'll get the distance, but the accuracy.
We need to see the torp.
Okay, Malcolm Blight. Here we go. Let's have a look.
Give me a big torp.
Roll out the barrel.
I think he's going for it.
Yep, he's going to. Unloads, and well, he's about 30 metres short, and that's out on the full, so we're not going to run that replay back. I'm sure Matty Day's not going to want to see it, but what a quarter of football, real shootout. South Croydon 13-8-86, leading Blackburn 10-5-65. Recap of the goal kick is going to be here for 5 minutes. Max King with 3, Daniel King with 2, Mallison with 2, 1 each to Kelly, Sheridan, Charlton, Jones, Cass and Kilpatrick. And for the Burners, Nick Gray with 2, Garner, Bathy, Brooks, Oglethorpe, Hart with a pair, and Lawler. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of play right after this.
As Sarah opened her best friend Jackie's wedding invitation, she was overcome with a wave of